Hello class, Professor Mathis here. I want to give you a little bit of feedback on the very first assignment. First, I want to let everyone know my goal with these assignments are to give everybody 100. The goal here is to give you a stress-free place for you to just be able to do something, try it out, make mistakes, not get it 100% right, and then check those answers in the back of the book. I know those answers are there anyway. I hope that you won't just skip to the answers in the back of the book, but rather to try them out yourself and then check them with the back of the book. And then you don't even need to bother changing them. If you turn them in wrong, that's fine. So check your answers in the back of the book, but also try them out yourself first to see if you're understanding the concepts. This is what the assignments are meant to be, a stress-free place. I want to give you 100. I am looking to give you a 100 on all assignments. There's, the quizzes, the tests, that's where you really test that knowledge. Here is meant to be practice. However, if you don't do them at all, that's the only way I will take points off. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. I thought I would go through these first ones to kind of give you the answers I did, right? I do the assignments too. Okay, so the first one, number 2, suppose a friend tells you that taking Professor Searle's class is certain to boost your GPA. Would you decide to take this course based on that statement? What information would you look for to support what your friend says? So I put it in an argument format. Premise 1, Professor Searle's class is certain to boost your GPA. Conclusion, so you should take Professor Searle's class. I would like to personally know more from this. What is the point of taking a class? What is the point of college? Is it just to get the best GPA? In my opinion, it's to learn. So I'd want to know, will I learn anything from this class? What is it about? Are they a fair grader? How are their grades set up? Also, this is just one opinion, right? One piece of evidence. If you were deciding whether to get a flu shot or a vaccine, would you say, well, let's test it in one person, and if they're okay, then that means it's perfectly great for everyone? No, you want more than one piece of evidence to support a claim, so you'd want to find some other way to look at what other students say. If you really think the point is to boost your GPA, then, do other students also say that? Or was this classmate just really good at that particular subject and they thought it was an easy class, but you might think it's really hard? Which again, doesn't mean you shouldn't take it, because that's the point of college, trying out hard things you might not be already good at. Okay, number 6, you are interested in buying a 2008 automobile. The salesman at the used car lot says the former owner was a little old lady who drove the car only on Sundays. Would you base your decision to buy or not on his word? If not, what other evidence do you want? So again, I put this in argument format. The former owner was a little old lady who only drove the car on Sundays, so this is a good car. Actually, maybe I should have said, so you should buy this car, but that's fine, whatever. I would want to know more, right? So what? Did she also take it to get regular oil changes? Did she, treat it right? Did she do other maintenance things required, which I don't know anything about cars, so I put etc. instead of listing them. I'd also want to know, is the salesman trustworthy? That's, do I know this salesman? Have I bought a car from him in the past? Have my friends bought a car? Is the company reputable, etc.? All right, number 12. Proponents of legalizing marijuana say that it's not so dangerous as alcohol insofar as the latter, alcohol, is responsible for thousands of deaths in America annually. They also say that smoking marijuana is safer than smoking tobacco, which is responsible for several fatal diseases. A. Describe what evidence, if any, is offered for the assertion that marijuana is less dangerous than alcohol. When you look in here, it doesn't actually say how many deaths marijuana is responsible for. Perhaps it's implied that there are very few or none, so that's fine. Then that is some evidence that there's sort of, this is responsible for thousands of deaths, this is responsible for no deaths. That seems like some evidence. Describe the evidence, if any, is offered for the assertion that marijuana is safer than smoking regular cigarettes. Well, it says Tobacco is responsible for several fatal diseases. I assume they mean lung cancer. But again, they don't actually say marijuana does not cause lung cancer, but maybe I've heard that before. Maybe that's sort of implied. I'm not sure. If marijuana is really is no more dangerous than alcohol or cigarettes, is that good enough reason to believe marijuana should be legalized? Why or why not? One thing I thought of here um, is could the reason that these other substances like alcohol and cigarettes be causing deaths when marijuana is not due to the fact that the other substances are legal and more readily available, so more people are using them, so that causes more deaths. Um, this gets a little complicated. We'll go over some of these kinds of arguments at the end of the year, end of the semester. But could there be like a third cause uh, making the difference here, such as one is legal, two are legal, and the other one is not legal? Could there be um, some other cause that is leading to this difference? Might be something to think about. Again, my point here is not for you to get a 100%, not for everyone to have the same answers. Um, it is for you to try and then try these practice problems out and then look in the back of the book. Oh, one other point, please highlight or use a different color for your answer so I can just, my eye, when I'm grading it, it makes it so much easier on me. And then I have more time to make these videos. I hope this has been helpful.